but I feel like we have some kind of connection, right?
Yeah, me too.
You should get off the train with me here in Vienna and come check out.
Yeah.
What?
Come on, it'll be fun.
What would we do?
I don't know.
Lily, you can just hang out.
Let me get my bag.
I'm really happy. I'm a sucker for a story like this. Like
I met a guy on the train and I got off with him in Vienna. We're still there.
Are you crazy?
I was ready to get off the train with him after talking to him a short while. He was so sweet, I couldn't help it. And he began to talk about him as a little boy seeing his great-grandmother's ghost. I think that's when I fell for him.
Ditto. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Angel. This is Boo. He's my cat.
Obviously.
Thank you for being here, first of all. And I'm going to be watching Before Sunrise today. And I'm really excited. I know I say that every time, but I'm very, very excited about this one because I never really tend to go out of my way to pick out a romance movie. And that's one of the things I know about this is that it's a romance. And it's from 1995. And even though I don't go out of my way to pick out one, there's plenty of romance movies out there that are like my favorites. And a lot from the 90s too. And from the 80s as well. But from the 90s, you've got Mail. That's like a romantic comedy. But then also like the William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet from 1996 is one of my favorite romantic. Obviously, that's William Shakespeare's, but that movie in general. And then Shakespeare in Love. Apparently, I just like Shakespeare, which is from 98. And then Wimbledon, but that's from 2004. But and then obviously, like you guys know, I love Highlander. I don't know if that's considered like a romance. It is to me now, and I think I know all of you would agree. But yes, if this is your first time here, hey, some of the work that I get to do is as an extra, a stand-in, and a photo double for movies and shows that film here in Georgia since 2013. And I love it. It's a lot of fun. But just like all of you, since I was really little, I've loved to watch movies and shows. And there's still so much out there that I haven't seen. And so I'm going to watch a lot of that with you guys because there's no better place and no better people than here with you to talk about it and watch things and then get to learn a lot from you guys too. So thank you for all the info you've given. And please keep leaving suggestions as well. And with all that being said, if you ever want to watch the full length along with me, if you have your own copy of the movie and you want to just sync it up with me, we can hit play at the same time. You can do that. It's available on Patreon. And as always, thank you so much to my top tier space patrons. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate the support very much. And with all that being said, we're just going to hop right into Before Sunrise from 1995, starring, another thing I know about it, Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy. I don't know what I've seen Julie Delpy in, but I have seen Ethan Hawke in a lot from the 90s. My favorite thing that I can think of off the top of my head that he's in is Gattaca with Uma Thurman. I believe I have not seen that in over a decade. Ugh. I need to rewatch that. Oh my gosh. Have you guys seen Gattaca? Okay. Let's hop into Before Sunrise from 1995. I've said it before when I was watching Pee-wee. I love movies with trains. Oh, I also know that they did like 3 of these movies.
Das ist einen Grund, ich bin mit dir verheiratet.
Könntest du diese verdammte Zeitung endlich... Ich habe einen wunderbaren Vorschlag. Du ziehst zu deiner Mutter und du kannst alle deine Kochbücher mitnehmen.
War das jetzt wirklich notwendig? War das notwendig?
I thought it was a black dress from the cover of the movie I saw, so I tried.
Kann es nicht mehr hören. Wart doch einen Augenblick.
Do you have any idea what they were arguing about?
No, I'm sorry, my German is not very good. Have you ever heard that as couples get older, they lose their ability to hear each other?
Is she French?
Men lose their ability to hear higher pitch sounds. I guess they sort of nullify each other or something.
Her accent's beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Look, I was thinking about going to the lounge car sometime soon. Would you like to come with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Two strangers.
I spent some time in London. How do you speak such good English?
Me? I'm American.
You're American?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
I took French for 4 years in high school. When I first got to Paris, I stood in line at the metro station. I was practicing. Sure.
How about you? Where are you going?
I'm going to Vienna.
Nice.
I have no idea. I'm flying out of there tomorrow.
You on holiday?
I don't really know what I'm on. You know?
Okay.
I'm just, I'm just traveling around. I've been riding the trains for the past 2-3 weeks.
Has this trip around Europe been good for you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's been, it sucked, you know?
What?
It's had its, well, I'll tell you, you know, sitting, you know, for weeks on end looking out the window has actually been kind of great.
What do you mean?
You know, for instance, you have ideas that you ordinarily wouldn't have.
What kind of ideas?
You want to hear one?
Yeah, tell me.
All right. I have this idea for a television show, for this show that would last 24 hours a day for a year straight. 365 people to do these 24-hour documents of real time, capturing life as it's lived. A guy waking up in the morning, you know, taking a long shower, eating a little breakfast, making a little coffee, you know.
Mundane, boring thing everybody has to do every day of their fucking life.
Well, I was going to say the poetry of day-to-day life, but, you know, you say it the way you say it, I'll say it the way I say it.
I like that.
Wow, this movie was ahead of its time, huh? It was 95. I watched The Real World in 95. Did I watch it in 95? Yeah.
And start getting real. The real world, London.
You know what? Not service-oriented. Just...
They're fun.
I'd say to my dad, I want to be a writer. And he'd say journalist. I'd say I wanted to be an actress, and he'd say, you know, TV newscaster. It was this constant conversion of my fanciful ambition into this practical money-making ventures.
Dang.
I always had a pretty good bullshit detector when I was a kid. You know? By the time I was in high school, I was dead set on listening to what everybody thought I should be doing with my life and just kind of doing the opposite. I could never get very excited about other people's ambitions for my life.
Parents never really fully contradict you about anything and, like, are basically nice and supportive.
Right.
It makes it even harder to officially complain. You know, even when they're wrong, it's this passive-aggressive. I hate it. I really hate it.
I remember childhood as this, you know, this magical
They're
time.
what, in their 20s here? They're still young.
My mother first told me about death. My great-grandmother had just died, about 3.5 years old. And my sister had just taught me how to take the garden hose and do it in such a way that, and it would make a rainbow, right? And so I was doing that, and through the mist, I could see my grandmother. And I held it there for a long time. I looked at her, and then finally I let go of the nozzle, you know, and then I dropped the hose. And so I run back inside and I tell my parents, you know, sit me down and give me this big rap on how when people die, you never see them again. I knew what I'd seen. I was just glad that I saw that. I mean, I've never seen anything like that since. But, I don't know. It just...
I think I'm afraid of death 24 hours a day. I mean, that's why I'm in a train right now. I could have flown to Paris, but I'm too scared. When I'm in a plane, I can see it. And I'm so scared of those few seconds of consciousness before you're gonna die.
I'm both of them. I bet a lot of people are.
Really exhausting.
I've been both ways.
I think this is Vienna.
Yeah. I wish I met you
Aw.
earlier, you know? I really like talking to you.
Yeah, me too.
I have an admittedly insane idea, but if I don't ask you this, it's just, you know, it's gonna haunt me the rest of my life.
What?
I want to keep talking to you, you know? I have no idea what your situation is, but I feel like we have some kind of, connection, right?
Yeah, me too.
You should get off the train with me here in Vienna and come check out.
Yeah.
What?
Come on, it'll be fun.
we do?
I don't know.
Lily, you can just hang out.
I was just gonna walk around, and it'd be a lot more fun if you came.
Mm-hmm.
If I turn out to be some kind of psycho, you know, you just get on the next
Yeah,
train.
it's true. You could be a psycho. Not after that rainbow story.
Jump ahead 10, 20 years. You start to think about all those guys you've met in your life and what might have happened if you picked up with one of them. Well, I'm one of those guys. That's me. It's a gigantic favor to both you and your future husband to find out that you're not missing out on anything. I'm just as big as loser as he is, and you made the right choice and you're really happy.
Let me get my bag.
I'm really happy. I'm a sucker for a story like this. Like
This is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, it's a little awkward. But it's all right, right? It's
Yeah,
okay.
this is great. This is great. Let's go to some places. Look
Yeah,
at your book.
We're in Vienna. Let's go to some place. We just got into Vienna today, and we're looking for something fun to do.
How long are you going to be here?
Just for tonight.
Did you come to Vienna? What could you be expecting?
We're on honeymoon.
Yeah, she got pregnant. We had to get married.
No, I don't believe you. You're a bad liar.
this feels so real.
It's a play we're both in, and we would like to invite you.
You're actors?
So you have a real cow on stage?
No, not a real cow. It's an actor in a cow costume.
And he's the cow.
Yes, I am the cow, and the cow's a bit weird. She's acting a bit strange, like a dog. If someone throws a stick, she fetches it and brings it back, and she can smoke with hoofs and everything.
Right.
With a wheel, yes.
I should go.
Yes, a wheel. Everybody knows a wheel.
Perhaps you can go to the Prater before the play. It starts at 20.
I like that they're just like hanging out.
What's the name of this play?
Bring me the horns of Wilmington's cow.
Yeah.
Great.
Try to be there.
Will you be there?
Yeah, we'll try.
I'm the cow. Goodbye.
That's what I meant about I'm a sucker for a story like this, like a story about strangers meeting, that's fun and everything, but they're just like they seem like they're already just like really good friends, just like hanging out and having a good time with chemistry too, that's what I'm a sucker for. Who doesn't love a story like that?
It's Q&A time. We've known each other a little while now. We're stuck together, so we're going to ask each other a few direct questions. To answer 100% honestly.
Of course.
Describe for me, yes, I'm going to ask you. First, sexual feelings towards a person.
Oh my god, I was doing what she was doing.
We were at this summer camp together. He was like this gorgeous dolphin. And my friend Emma had a big, big crush on him. You know, you should date Emma because she has a big crush on you. And he turned to me and said, well, that's too bad. Because I have a big crush on you. He asked me out on a date and, you know, I pretended I didn't like him.
He wanted to get her hair. Aw.
And, you know, promised we would keep riding forever and like, you know, meet again very soon. And
Did you?
of course not.
To tell you that I happen to be a fantastic swimmer.
Really?
Yes, your turn. Hit me.
Have you ever been in love?
Yes. Next question.
Give one word answer?
Sure, why not?
No, after I went into such private details about
Right?
Those are two very different questions. I mean, I could answer the
true.
sexual feelings things, no problem. But, you know,
That's
love.
true.
I mean, what if I asked you about love?
I would have lied, but at least
Yeah,
you know, I would have made up a great story. I mean, I
Great.
don't know.
I mean, love is a complex issue, you know. Tell me something that really pisses you off. Really drives you crazy.
I got everything. Okay,
That's like me. I got something.
I know. I hate being told by strange men in the street.
Yeah.
You know, like to smile, like to make them feel better.
Yeah.
I hate that 300 kilometers from here, there's a war going on. You know, people are dying and nobody knows what to do about it. I hate when I'm in a foreign country, especially in America. Each time I wear black or like lose my temper, you know, they always go, oh, it's so French, it's so cute.
Sorry.
People have some kind of notion of an eternal soul, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this was my thought. 50,000 years ago, there are not even 1 million people on the planet.
It's cool this takes place in Europe.
The wind that blows in from the north loving takes this course from here. Not impossible to touch, did you so much? Come here. Lay down by your side, just cry. Come here, come here.
This is beautiful.
Quick, it's leaving.
Sorry.
You don't have to run away.
It's happy. Tears.
But it's gonna be alright.
Oh, look, there's a rabbit.
Well, that hit out of nowhere.
How old are these?
Around the beginning of the century or so. She was only 13 when she died. Now I'm 10 years older and she's still 13, I guess. That's funny.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
We got a sunset here.
Yeah.
We got the Ferris wheel. Spear.
What?
You know.
Are you trying to say you want to kiss me? Yeah. How much is it?
For you, 50s. Okay? You are an adventurer, a seeker. Only if you find peace within yourself will you find true connection with others. Oh, you will be all right. He's learning. Okay. Money. You're both stars. Don't forget. The stars exploded billions of years ago. They formed everything that is this world. So don't forget, you are stardust.
I mean, that's very nice.
She was awesome.
But I hope you don't take that any more seriously than some horoscope in a daily syndicated newspaper, you know? I mean, she wasn't even doing me. Tomorrow and all your remaining days will be exactly like today. A tedious collection of hours, and you will have no new passions and no new thoughts.
I really love what she said.
Yeah, of course you do. You know, you pay your money, you get to hear something that makes you feel good about yourself. Yeah?
You're so...
Stardust.
Don't bring your cynicism on her. Or put your...
Ow! Trou du cul.
I think this is open.
I don't know, let's try. Church like this with my grandmother a few days ago in Budapest. I can't help but feeling for all those people that come here, lost or in pain, guilt. It fascinates me how a single place can join so much pain and happiness.
You're close with your grandmother.
Yeah. I think it's because I always have this strange feeling that I'm this very old woman laying down about to die.
I always think that I'm still this 13-year-old boy, you know, who just doesn't really know how to be an adult, pretending to.
That's funny. Then up there in the Ferris wheel, it was like this. very old woman kissing this very young boy.
I went to this Quaker wedding once, and it was fantastic. And nobody says a word unless they feel that God moves them to speak or say something. Staring at each other. They're married.
It's beautiful. I like that. If we were around each other all the time, what do you think would be the first thing about me that would drive you mad?
No, I'm not gonna answer this question. No,
Do it. Do it.
Rollins, who used to always ask me that. What about me bugs you?
Oh.
Well, you know, I don't think you handle criticism too well. She flew into a rage and broke up. That's a true story. All she ever really wanted to do was to have an excuse to tell me what she thought was wrong with me. This is about me bugs you.
Nothing at all.
Well, if it had to be something, what would it be?
I kind of didn't really like this reaction back at the palm reader. You were like this rooster prick. A little boy whining because all the attention wasn't focused on him.
That's the one part I pointed out to when that happened.
Eine Frage, ich möchte was fragen.
What?
Yeah, you give me a word, I take the word, and then I will write a poem with the word inside. You like my poem, and if you feel it adds something to your life in any way, then you can pay me whatever you feel like.
Dude, I like him a lot. That's so cool.
All right, great.
Pick a word.
Milkshake.
Milkshake. Okay, milkshake.
He's like, what? That's so
I gotta
cool.
say, I like this Viennese variation of bum. Were we having our first fight back there?
No.
Yeah, I think so. I think we were.
Why does everyone think conflict is so bad? There's a lot of good things coming out of conflict.
I agree with both of them. More her, but.
Daydream delusion. Limousine eyelash. See what you mean to me. Sweet cakes and milkshakes. I'm a delusion angel. I want you to know what I think. Don't want you to guess anymore. You have no idea where I came from. You have no idea where we're going. I'll carry you. You'll carry me. That's how it could be. Don't you know me? Don't you know me by now?
He's really good.
Good luck, man.
Bye.
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 It's like one of my favorite parts of the movie. Oh my god, baby. I have to use my foot.
Merde!
We haven't talked about this yet, but are you dating anyone?
No, not right now. We broke up over 6 months ago. I thought this one would last for a while. I mean, he was very stupid, ugly, bad in bed, alcoholic, you know.
Real prize winner.
Yeah.
What?
He left me saying I loved him too much, and you know. But anyway, I was traumatized and became totally obsessed with him. So I went to see this shrink, you know, and it came up that I had written this little stupid story about this woman trying to kill a boyfriend, and stupid shrink believed everything I was telling her. She said she had to call the police.
She had to call the police?
She was, oh man, she was totally convinced I was really gonna do it. Deep into my eyes, the way you said it, I know you are going to do it, the way you said it. It was my first and last session.
That sucks. It's not a good experience.
So how about you?
What?
Are you with anyone?
Love is this totally unselfish, giving thing. But if you think about it, you know, there's nothing more selfish.
Who just broke up with you?
Oh, okay.
You sound like you just got hurt or something.
Do I?
There we go.
I saved up my money all spring to fly to Madrid and spend the summer with my girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend, who has been in this asinine art history program for the last year. And we went out to dinner our first night with 6 of her friends. Stuck around for a while just to kind of let it really sink in that she wished I hadn't come. You know what's the worst thing about somebody breaking up with you? Is when you remember how little you thought about the people you broke up with. That is how little they're thinking about you. Hey, I'm glad you're gone.
You know what? I don't think women really wants to destroy men. And even if they want to, they don't succeed. Well, anyway, it's depressing. I mean, you know what?
What? You want to stop talking about this?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
I hate
well.
it. You know, man, woman. You know, there's no end to it. It's like, you know.
It's like a skipping record, you know?
Yeah. Men are lucky we don't bite off their head after mating. We at least let you live. What are you complaining about?
Yeah, see, you're officially kidding, but there's something to that. You keep bringing stuff like that up.
What? We're talking seriously here. I always feel this pressure of being a strong and independent icon of womanhood, but loving someone and being loved means so much to me. But isn't everything we're doing in life a way to be loved a little more?
I love her.
I think I'd rather die knowing that I was really good at something, and then that I'd just been in a nice, caring relationship.
Yeah. You know, I believe if there's any kind of God, it wouldn't be in any of us. If there's any kind of magic in this world, it must be in the attempt of understanding someone, sharing something. I know, it's almost impossible to succeed, but who cares, really? The answer must be in the attempt.
That was really good. I loved everything she said.
Wunderbar, wunderbar. Jetzt kannst du hingehen und siehst die zerstörte Stadt. Spür aus.
Eine Zeit gebracht. Und dann darfst du nicht vergessen.
There's not supposed to be subtitles, right? Which I think's cool. I like that.
This is a civilization in decline. Look at the service. I mean, where is the waitress?
Was ist da drin in dem Wurstbett? Sag mal.
Okay, now I'm gonna call my best friend in Paris, who I'm supposed to...
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Dring, dring. Pick up. Pick up the phone.
What?
Hello? Vanny, c'est Céline. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it for lunch today, I'm sorry. I met a guy on the train and I got off with him in Vienna. We're still there.
Are you crazy? Why'd you get off the train with him?
Well, he convinced me. I mean, actually, I was ready to get off the train with him after talking to him a short while. He was so sweet, I couldn't help it. And he began to talk about him as a little boy seeing his great-grandmother's ghost. I think that's when I fell for him.
Ditto.
He trapped me.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so cute. He has beautiful blue eyes, greasy hair. I love it. I like to feel his eyes on me when I look away.
What?
Yeah, we kissed. As the night went on, I began to like him more and more. But I'm afraid he's scared of me. He must be scared to death. He must be thinking I'm this manipulative, mean woman. I just hope he doesn't feel that way about me.
I don't think he's scared of you. I think he's crazy about you. You gonna see him again?
We haven't talked about that yet. Hi, dude. What's up? So how was Madrid?
Madrid sucked. Long overdue meltdown.
Oh, too bad. I told you, no?
I couldn't go home right away. I didn't want to see anybody I knew. I just wanted to be a ghost, completely anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
The thing, I'm rapturous. And I'll tell you why. I met somebody on my last night in Europe. Can you believe that? And you know how they say we're all each other's demons and angels? Well, she was literally a Botticelli angel. Just telling me that everything was going to be okay. Sat right across the aisle from me. So we started to talk. Super smart. Very passionate. And beautiful. And I was so unsure of myself. I thought everything I said sounded so stupid.
Aww.
I wouldn't worry about that.
No.
No, I'm sure she was not judging you. No, and by the way, she sat next to you, no? I'm sure she did it in purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Us men are so stupid. We don't understand anything about women.
Mm-mm.
They act kind of strange, the little I know of them.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was definitely my favorite.
Some dream world we're in, you know?
Yeah, it's so weird.
All our time together shouldn't officially be happening.
Yeah, I know. Maybe that's why this feels so otherworldly. But at this time, I think you're supposed to produce the glass slipper and see if it fits.
It'll fit.
It'll fit. This movie's just like getting better and better.
After tomorrow morning, we're probably never gonna see each other again, right?
You don't think we'll ever see each other again?
I live in Paris, you live in the US, I totally understand.
Right, I hate to make
met.
you fly. You know, you'd hate to fly, right?
I'm not so scared of flying. I mean, I could.
Well, if... What? What?
Now, let's just be rational adults about this. Maybe we should try something different. I mean, it's not so bad if tonight is our only night, right? Addresses, they end up writing once, calling each other once or twice.
Right, fizzles out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want that. I hate that.
I don't want that for them either.
Tonight's it, huh?
It's the only way now.
So for them to not have that fizzle, it would always be magic.
What's doing?
And I don't believe that romance has to fizzle. That's not what I'm saying.
Just make tonight great.
But I like this.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. We should do some kind of handshake, you know? To our one and only night together. And the hours that remain.
So often in my life, I've been with people and shared beautiful moments like traveling or staying up all night and watching the sunrise. And I knew those were special moments. But something was always wrong. I wished I'd been with someone else. I knew that what I was feeling, exactly what was so important to me, they didn't understand. But I'm happy to be with you. You couldn't possibly know why a night like this is so important to my life right now. But it is. This is a great morning.
It is a great morning. It's just, usually, it's myself that I wish I could get away from. I think that's why so many people hate themselves. Seriously. It's just they are sick to death of being around themselves. Being with you, it's made me feel like I was somebody else. The only other way to lose yourself like that is, you know, dancing or alcohol or...
Fucking?
Fucking, yeah. That's one way, yeah.
To be kissed.
Well, I can do that.
I have to say something stupid.
What?
I don't think we should sleep together.
Okay. That is stupid.
I mean, I want to, but since we're never gonna see each other...
No, I understand. It's not stupid. Just because I wanted them to.
I wonder who else you're with. I'll miss you. Maybe it's a female thing. I can't help it.
I get that.
Let's see each other again.
I don't want you to break our vow, just so you can get laid.
I want to, I mean, I think we should.
Okay.
Okay. We don't have to have sex. It's not a big deal.
It's not, of course. I just wanted them to a little.
You don't want to see me again?
If somebody gave me the choice right now of to never see you again or to marry you, right, I would marry you. Right? And maybe that's a lot of romantic bullshit, but people have gotten married for a lot less.
I think I had decided I wanted to sleep with you when we got off the train. Now that we've talked so much, I don't know anymore.
I just thought it would have been a beautiful way to end their night together. I would have been fine if they didn't, but I'm glad they did. Again, it's just beautiful.
I don't know. I'll probably go pick up my dog. Staying with a friend of mine.
You have a dog?
Yeah.
I love dogs.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What?
Oh, I don't know. We're back in real time. Oh, wow.
What?
I'm gonna take your picture so I never forget you or all this.
Okay, me too.
He's taking. I did that earlier today. I do that all the time. I could feel their love, and that was hot. It's kind of how this whole movie's been, to be honest.
People would begin to hate each other by getting tired of their mannerisms. I think it would be the opposite for me. Really fall in love when I know everything about someone. Knowing the exact story to tell in a given situation. I'm sure that's when I know I'm really in love.
We didn't go to those guys' play.
Oh no!
Yeah.
The cow?
Yeah.
Oh no, we missed it. Okay, you know what bus you're taking to the airport?
Yeah, no problem.
It cannot be over.
Okay. I guess this is it now.
I know I said I liked it. I don't want them to.
I hate this.
The train is about to leave.
Shit, we're talking about not seeing each other again. I don't want to do that.
I was afraid maybe you didn't want to see me.
All right.
Maybe we should meet here in 5 years or something.
All right. 5 years? 5 years, that's a long time.
It goes by really fast.
How about 6 months? 6 months from now at 6 o'clock at night. But I'm going to be here.
Okay, me too.
All right.
Are they really gonna do it?
Bye.
Goodbye.
Over.
Later.
Later. Like it's showing us all the spots they moved. All right, guys, that was Before Sunrise from 1995, and it flew by. Doesn't feel like it was an hour and 40 minutes. It was like an hour, and it's because it was just them constantly talking the whole time, and it felt so natural. I really enjoyed that. It was such an easy watch, but I felt like I had butterflies kind of in my stomach and from like their chemistry was so palpable. You could like I really really like them together. I see why they were cast, or I don't know how this casting came about, but wow, well done to the casting, whoever put them together. It is so good. I didn't want it to end because I could have kept watching them just hang out. And that's one of the reasons I really like this movie. It was just, yeah, they were strangers, but they felt like kind of like they had known each other kind of like their whole lives in a way, but strangers in a way too. And I love it. It was just like friends hanging out with this just this automatic love for one another. Just and it just came so naturally. And I like how real it was when it came to the annoyances, or like that they weren't like these perfect people. They were just real people. There were definitely things that annoyed me about him, but like that. I would not take that out of the movie. That's one of the things I really liked about the movie. There's more chance of like knowing that's real. There's like I love the setting, the vibe of the whole movie. I'm quiet because I'm just kind of like living in the feeling. I love discussing movies, I really do. But you know, sometimes like after you watch a movie, you just kind of sit there and you just live in that moment of how you're feeling because you love it so much and it's so magical. And you don't talk about it out loud, you just kind of live in it. Well, that's kind of like maybe I should have taken a moment. No, I'm gonna talk about it too at the same. But that's why if like in my silent moments, I'm feeling a lot more than I even want to talk. And that's kind of what happens with love aspects when it comes to me too. And I love to discuss things, don't get me wrong, but love is one of those things you really just feel. And even right now, I've got these like, it's not butterflies, the flutters in my heart. Because that's what this movie was. It's a really heart fluttering movie in like a really good way. Obviously, it can be a bad way, but it was the looks. The looks they gave each other, that was the main. They didn't even need to say any words. If it would have just been a movie of them just looking at each other, then you would have been able to feel what they felt. But I loved the writing, and I don't know if they're going to see each other again. I think that's the beauty of it, too, is I like that. Wait, yeah, that's right. There is and that's one of the things I knew about the movie, is that they do, the only things is that they have another movie 10 years later. So I don't know if they're going to see each other 6 months later, but I'm guessing they do 10 years later, and which means they'd be my age, and I'm 33. So that's perfect. You could definitely tell they were young, and they seemed very much like in their young 20s. Any age really would have been magical, but I like that they started off kind of like in their, their young 20s, and I feel like I'm just going to be smiling and like the writing was so real in this movie that like I said at one point in the movie, it wouldn't have surprised me if somebody was like, yeah, they Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy, they just wrote this up as they went along. They met, they were friends. They were like, we've got this idea for a movie, let's write it together. And they wrote this movie together. If somebody would have told me they wrote this movie, yeah, that would not be surprising. When it comes to how you feel like you were just watching this little night in somebody's lives, every conversation they had, like they were just talking, and like it was just them on set, and they're like, okay guys, we're gonna film you guys talking. That's how it felt. And that was never seen anything really like that. Something similar, I'm sure, but nothing to that extent. So guys, that was really enjoyable. I think magical is a good word to describe that. It's not magical in the same way that Highlander is pure magic. That's different. That was like fantasy magic and love and amazing, and this was like the other end of the spectrum, but in just as, I don't know, fantasy probably beats out a little bit for me, but it's really close to being like just as, the love is just as powerful in a way though. I don't know. Nothing can beat Highlanders. But like as far as the other end of this is the other end of the spectrum and just real. I could go back and watch them just look at each other again because yeah, that's beautiful. Guys, I liked it. It was a really beautiful love story, and I say love story, but it is, but I think it's a beautiful friendship story. Hope you guys all enjoyed this love movie like I did, and felt those little flutters like I did too from them. They're awesome. This movie was great. Thanks again for being here, for stopping by. I am excited to see the next one now. Yeah, so be sure to check that out. And as always, Boo and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.